Howdy folks, I'm the Fossicker and I'm here in Northern California up the Feather River, and I'm here to demonstrate the Pyramid Pro Pan under actual river conditions. Now you probably notice I've got the Pyramid Pro Pan set between two rocks. You can set it up in a little hole that you can dig out in the gravel, or set it up like you see me, or if you have a 5-gallon bucket, set it in the bucket. Yeah, you notice that I've filled up the Pyramid Pro Pan to just underneath the second set of riffles. I recommend beginners, they start there, and as you get better, you can fill it up to the top riffle. Now you're probably wondering why there's riffles in a pan. It happens to be that the biggest robber of gold happens to be not cleaning your gravel properly. So those are in there for one purpose and one purpose only. That's to clean your gravel. Now you can see in this water here, it's pretty muddy and murky like you would find in most river gravels. Now we're going to take it here and go out, and I'm going to sit on my little chair I have set up in the river, because this is the way I like to do it. You may have a different preference. And I'm going to pour off this murky water, and you want to stratify your material a little bit, get that murky stuff up on the surface. You have to do this with any gold pan, by the way, and pour off your muddy water. Now I do this here until the water is semi-transparent or totally clear. And this will up your whole take in gold by doing this. See how I do that? Okay, now it's fairly transparent. Now to make this an interesting experiment here, we're going to take this bottle. I got 10 pickers in here. I'm going to show you. We'll put them right out here on my hand. Spread them out. And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pickers. I'm going to throw those right up on the surface. There you go. Now, one of the privileges of using Pyramid Pro Pan is you can't lose nuggets. Don't worry about your nuggets. Worry about getting the gold. That's all you got to think about with the Pyramid Pro Pan. Now, in order to run this properly, you have to remember two things, so listen very closely. Left and right. Write it down now in case you forget. Okay, here we go. Now the first thing we're going to do out of left and right is we're going to stratify. Now I do this like I'm trying to force flour through a screen. See? Now I keep the pan just below the water line. I don't make a submarine out of it, and I don't raise it. I keep it just below the water line, and I shake it like I'm doing flour through a screen. Now I'm going to do this a little longer than normal because I put 10 pickers on the surface, and I want to give them at least a couple seconds to sink down. Okay, they're sunk down. Now, we have to get rid of the overburden to get down to our heavies. And this is where this pan departs company from all the rest of the pans on the market. Watch this. Stratify. Now let's get rid of that overburden. Stratify. Get rid of it. Stratify. Get rid of it. Well, now I'm going to stop here. The reason why is if you notice on the design of the Pyramid Pro Pan, that little bulbous area below here is called premix chamber. I forced all the gold into my premix chamber. The next thing I want to do is force the gold from my premix chamber into this little snout. Now that's my gold trap. So this is how we do it. We lift the pan out of the water. I pour some of the water off. Now I stratify like this. And then I stratify it back and forth. Now I swirl it. I do that one more time, forcing the gold down into the trap. Okay, now I pour the water off. Now you can go get your finishing pan. That can be a round pan, square pan, frying pan, or any kind of pan that's to your preference. We're going to use a round pan here today. Here we are. Okay. I'm going to put a little water in here, back in here. Put the finishing pan here. Okay, now we're going to empty the contents of the Pyramid Pro pan into our little round pan here. I take the plug, open the screw in the plug. By the way, this plug here is a high pressure plumber's plug. You can pick them up for $3 at any Lowe's or Home Depot store. I did that on purpose in case you ever do lose a plug. No problem, just go down to the store and pick another one up or take an extra with you. Now, we're going to open that up, empty our contents, with a little water in here. There we go. By the way, this pan is made out of polyethylene. It's indestructible. It has a lifetime guarantee. All right, put the plug back in. Pan this down. Okay. There we are. Okay, let's find those nuggets we put in there. We put 10 nuggets in there. Ah, there we are. Okay, let's see now. And these are little pickers, but they are nuggets. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8, 9. Looking for that last one. There he is. There it is. 10 pickers. Now, that's not important when it comes to panning. Anyone can learn to keep big gold. What tells you if you're a good panner and you have a good pan is how little the gold is that you keep. Now let's see what we got here. I'm going to pan this down a little bit so we can see. Take a look at that. That's micro gold to flake powder. That tells me the Pyramid Pro pan is capable of keeping all your gold. Now, in order not to waste time, I'm not going to sit here and pan gold down to its bare necessity and then fill it and pan it again. I'm going to fill up my Pyramid Pro pan. I'm going to take it down and keep filling it all day long until I clean out the spot that I found all this gold in. At the end of the day, then I pull my plug out and I take a look and see what I have. And that way you're not wasting time and you're getting the gold. You can do a 5-gallon bucket of concentrates in 8 to 15 minutes. Another feature of the Pyramid Pro pan is you don't need any kind of moving water to classify all your materials. As long as you have a small pool that's deep enough to handle your Pyramid Pro pan, you can pan all day with no problems that you would have in a normal stream situation. And that, folks, is the Pyramid Pro pan.